Hi, this is Brian Fogarty, and this is a video for Chapter 8 of the book Quantitative Social Science Data with R, second edition. And what we're going to do briefly in this video is talk about color considerations. Color considerations with respect to the scatter plot we did in the previous video where we used four variables, but it really applies to any data visualization. So generally, we all have our own preferences for the colors we want to use. ggplot has these default ones, but we might just have our own simple preferences. We might do ones that are like our school or work colors or something like that. But one of the things to keep in mind is that not everyone can see all the colors that we use. Some people are colorblind or partially. There's different types. And so if we're concerned about that, we might want to try to use colors that colorblind people, again, or people with have trouble differentiating colors can see more clearly. So in ggplot, there is a what's called a palette or a series of colors called color brewer. And these are designed to help people who have problems seeing colors see the colors. So we can pick them from sort of a set group of them that will allow people to see it more clearly. So there's a website you can go to and check it out. I often can get confused about what can be seen because Color Brewer has different types where it's like, if people have trouble with this kind of arrangement, then you can use this. So anyway, let's just take a quick look at this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy, this is the code from the previous video for our scatter plot with 4 variables. I'm just going to paste that in down there. And then we're going to just add, we're going to do one, show one example here. So to use a color brewer, we can go and check to see, again, what will work best. We're going to use, okay, so this is the function. So scale color brewer, it could be fill depending on the plot you're using. And then palette. And then we're going to use YLORRD. So it's yellow, orange, and red. We're going to make the alpha a little bit darker here, just so it can hopefully be seen better. All right, so let's highlight this and run it. Okay, so I'm going to click on zoom. And there we go. Again, it's kind of hard to see, but especially the lightest ones here, this yellow, is somewhat hard to see. But the idea is that we want colors, in this case, that there's sort of a gradient, there's a sequential nature to it, an order to it, that show up more clearly. Now, if we are less concerned about it and want to just have fun with colors, there are tons of different types of palettes that exist. Tons and tons and tons and tons. Some of them are easier to use than others, to be fair. But there are lots of them. So some of them you can create like plots where it's in like a movie or TV show theme, but I don't know. I've always had trouble getting it all to work because you need to like change all the different layers of the plot. But one of the ones we could take a quick look at that's also in the chapter is there is a package called wesanderson, and it is styled after the director Wes Anderson. I don't know if it's been updated very recently, but what it has is a certain number of palettes that are based on his movies. So let's take a look at, I'm just going to copy this in. Let's choose a color palette from the Grand Budapest Hotel. Alright, so we're going to do here, so scale color, we're going to change brewer to manual. We're going to use palette again, but we're going to include this function here, Wes palette. All right, we're going to need a double there. Double. And it's Grand, G capitalized, Budapest, with the B capitalized and 1. So some of these that the person created, there's different versions of them for different colors, different schemes, stuff like that. All right, so let's highlight this and hopefully it'll work. Trying to apply to a non-function, that's a problem. Oh, I know why. Oops. We gotta change this palette to values. All right. This is one of these errors that are not very clear for us. Okay, we didn't get an error that time. We click on it and we see there's some, once it loads here, there's some version of it. All right. You know, they have multiple colors, and so we're only using 3 of them. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.